Lots of interesting news today. We got some concerning John Wick 4. We got a couple reboot movies. We got Michael Keaton's Batman and lots more. So let's stop wasting time and get right to it. Welcome to Fantasy Films. I'm Kevin and we're going to cover lots of interesting news today. First thing I'm going to start with is just a release date update. Essentially, John Wick 4. Now, this was supposed to come out May of 2022, and the release date is now been moved to March 24th of 2023. So, this should not be a shock to a lot of people. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, we've had movies delayed over and over and over, and the trend is just going to continue. I'm not sure what the reasoning for pushing this one back was. I really want to see this movie. I'm a huge fan of the John Wick franchise, and it looks like we're going to have to wait a whole nother year almost. March 24th of 2023, that's the new release date for John Wick 4. I mean, it is what it is, right? Next thing we're going to cover is the Spawn reboot movie. That's right. This is something that's been talked about for quite a few years, with really nothing's developed from it other than just rumors. But now Todd McFarlane himself is giving us a little bit of insight and hope on this new reboot movie. Now, the original movie that he did was 1997. I really enjoyed this movie. This is one that didn't get a lot of praise. It wasn't like a big box office blowout, but I enjoyed it. I like the Spawn character. I like what they did with it for the time. I thought it was a really good movie. I'm really curious of what they could do with it now with modern technology and CGI and all this other stuff that's going on that I think the Spawn character could really benefit from. And I'm really anxious to see how far this movie goes into development. So what Todd McFarlane said was, and I quote, "Everyone on the team's pushing. We just picked up another big name. We'll make some kind of announcement the first half of next year. Everyone is literally laser focused on that, and the announcement will basically be, we found our studio and got the funding and have a date to start going into production." So it looks like they found the studio to do the production, and it could possibly have found the funding as well. So that is good news. If we're getting to the point where we found a studio to sign on, and it sounds like a big name studio, this has promise. We could actually be getting this film, and this is what I'm very excited about. I want to know what your opinion is on Spawn. I know it's not like Spider-Man or Superman or Batman or something major, but Spawn's a really cool character. I've always loved it. Again, the 97 film was awesome. I enjoyed it, and I've watched it over and over, and I still enjoy it. But I want to know what your thoughts are on a Spawn reboot movie that does look like it's pushing forward. Now, another character that's possibly getting a reboot, horror franchise Freddy Krueger. That's right, the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise could be getting another reboot. This is a little sketchy though, because let's be honest, the last reboot we got was not good. It did not go over well. It didn't feel like Freddy. You didn't get the same vibes, and it was a total fail. I'm sorry. If you enjoyed it, you're one of the few, I think. This is one of those deals where Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger. But Robert Englund also said he's getting too old to play Freddy Krueger. He doesn't want to do it anymore, and he's done. But I think that he still wants to be part of it, and he wants to help find the right actor for this reboot. So we're trying to scrub the fact that we screwed up the last reboot, and now we're going to try again. This is a very, very touchy subject, though. I mean, Freddy Krueger is an iconic horror character, and if you don't get him just right, it's going to bomb just like the last one. Now, they did list a couple actors who are they considering for the role. And number 5 on their list is Rhys Wakefield. Now, you may see him from The Purge. He's also played HBO's True Detective and a few other movies, but I don't know a lot about him. I don't know if he could pull off Freddy Krueger. I mean, the look, maybe. I mean, with the right makeup, I guess it's possible. I don't know enough about his acting style if he could pull off the personality, though. Number 4 on the list, Paul Dano. I don't know anything about this guy, completely honest. It does say he is playing the Riddler in the 2022 Batman. It also said he played in 12 Years a Slave, There Will Be Blood, and Little Miss Sunshine. Never saw any of those movies, don't know much about them. If you do, let me know if it sounds like a good fit. Number 3 on their list for possibilities, I like this one, Richard Brake. This guy, I feel like he could pull this off. He has the look. I feel like he has that presence that Freddy Krueger could bring on. If you're unfamiliar with him, he has played in Batman Begins, Peaky Blinders, and Game of Thrones. Now, in the Game of Thrones, he was the Night King, and he did a really good job on that. So I think this could possibly be up his alley. Number 2 is also another interesting one, William Dafoe. Now, William Dafoe is iconic for the Green Goblin character in Spider-Man. I love the way he can switch on and off that personality. If you were familiar with his character in Spider-Man, which I hope you are, he goes from Norman Osborn to the Goblin in like a flip of a switch. The personalities change, the facial expressions change, and he's so good at that transition. And he's so good at that evil look, that chuckle, that everything about it is just, he is a phenomenal actor. He could possibly be a good role too. So Richard Brake and William Dafoe, definitely good roles, or I'm sorry, choices for the role. But the number 1 they have left on here, and this one I'm like, I don't think so, Kevin Bacon. I don't think Kevin Bacon's going to make it as Freddy Krueger. I just don't think it's going to happen. I mean, he's on the list. I just don't see it. No, I can't. I can't see Kevin Bacon as Freddy Krueger. But of the 5 here, let me know if any of them could possibly take over Robert Englund's place as Freddy Krueger. Now, this one's got me a little excited. We're getting the Goonies TV series. This is something that was worked on a while back. Fox was supposed to pick it up, but they dropped it. They didn't like what was going on, and Disney Plus is now going to pick it up. So what it says here is that, according to Variety anyway, that this is going to be based on not a sequel or a remake, but it's a plot that involves a substitute teacher named Stella Cooper who is mentoring 3 students who are embarking on creating a shot-for-shot remake of one student's favorite film, The Goonies. So it looks like this is kind of taking place in modern times where they've seen the movie and they want to recreate it, remake it. Maybe it's a project for a film class and this is what they want to do with it. And I think this could really be a really interesting take. Now, this is obviously going to be a weird spin-off, but it does say that characters such as Sloth, Chunk, and the rest of the gang could be coming back in this TV series. Now, how? I don't know. Are we talking about the new grown-up versions of them making like cameos and playing some off character that walks by and waves or makes some kind of gesture to the movie? Or are we going to like CGI the old gang back in? I mean, I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm kind of interested to see it. I want to see a trailer. That's what I want. I want to see a trailer or some kind of idea on what this is going to be. But Disney Plus picked it up, so we're moving forward with it, and I'm anxious to see where they go with it. Now, the last bit of news I got is on Michael Keaton's Batman. Now, this guy, he's been making a return. We know he's going to be showing up in the Flash movie. And from the sounds of it, it's going to be a pretty significant role. But it's not the only one he's going to be showing up in. We also have a Batgirl movie coming to HBO Max. And it does say that he is now on the casting list for that movie. So now Michael Keaton's Batman is not only going to be in The Flash, but the new Batgirl movie. Now, what role is he going to play? Is this also going to be a past Batman reference? Or is maybe the retired Batman going to show Batgirl the ropes and where it goes? But I'm very, very intrigued on what his role in this is going to be. Honestly, I contemplated whether or not I was going to watch this Batgirl movie, but now that I know Michael Keaton's going to be in it, I'm definitely going to watch it. But Leslie Grace is starring as Batgirl, and she is going to be playing Barbara Gordon, aka Commissioner Gordon's daughter, and now Michael Keaton's on the cast. Come on now. Who's not going to watch that? I'm going to watch that. That's who. I'm going to watch this film because anything with Michael Keaton's Batman in it, I'm definitely watching. Now, it does say that Batgirl does not have a release date up to this point, and the film is scheduled to debut on HBO Max in 2022. So let me know if having Michael Keaton in Batgirl changes anything for you. Does this now mean you're more interested, less interested, or were you even interested at all to begin with? I mean, I was kind of on the fence, like maybe I would watch it, but now, definitely watching it. Do me a favor, drop a like on the video if you enjoyed the content. Hit that subscribe button on your way out if you haven't already. I'm Kevin, and I'll see you at the concession stands.